happen young man of 14. I was given an excellent privilege to get taught by the gods. I would be taught by Poseidon himself. I was delighted. This would give me a chance to learn the ways of the gods. Poseidon taught me many things, like how to kill monsters and how to do water spells and the difference between Celsius and Fahrenheit. While he was teaching me about the difference between nouns and verbs, we got in a horrible fight. I could have sworn that verb plus vowel equals adjective.
I won't teach you no English anymore.
You mean you won't teach me any English anymore?
Whatever, get out!
But he strongly disagreed. I went to Athena's temple and prayed that Poseidon would re-accept me for one of his students. Please, Athena, let me be a student again. I'm so grateful for you to let me have this. Athena knew that I deserved to be punished, but she agreed that Poseidon had been really harsh. So she decided to compromise. I would study still math, science, and social studies with him, but not English. I would have to go up to the top of Mount Olympus and study with Zeus. So the next day, I set off to climb to the top of Mount Olympus. When I got to the foot of the mountain, however, I almost screamed in terror. I stood face to face with a Yeti. The Yeti growled at me in charge. I had to defend myself, so I stood up and sliced. Ah! How can the world be flat?
What are you suggesting? It's round?
Maybe I should push you off the end of the world.
That's it! I refuse to teach you science anymore.
Once again, I prayed to Athena, and once again she spoke to Poseidon and got him to agree to continue to teach me math and history, but not English or science. For science, I would have to study with another god. Poseidon sent me off to study science with Apollo. Apollo also lived on Mount Olympus, but he was on a totally different side of the mountain than Zeus is. To get there, I would have to face a fierce dragon. When I got to the dragon's lair, I saw it myself. Unfortunately, he saw me first. He spat out a gust of fire that threatened to reduce my career as a student into ashes. Yes! Over the next few months, I continued to travel between English and science class. One fateful day, however, the peace broke once more. During last class, I got into another argument with Poseidon. But sir, isn't 7 times 9 63?
No. When will you learn that 9 times 7 is 63?
It is!
No, it's not! Now get out, you insolent mortal! I refuse to teach you math! Never again!
Please, Athena, let me study with Poseidon.
You have behaved very poorly, but I will once again continue to speak with Poseidon. I realize that you are worthy of this.
Thank you, Athena.
Go in peace now, but do not mess up. But to study math, you must study with Hades in the underworld.
As Athena told me this, a great crack opened up underneath the earth. I stepped through it, and suddenly I felt myself falling down, down, down. Then I felt the water around me, and I realized I had fallen into the river of Styx. I knew that I could get to class on time, so I thought, why not take a swim? I heard a myth about this one god, that if you put your whole body into the river of Styx, then you'll be immortal, and I can be right up there with the gods, and we can be equal. What are these? Broccoli? Ooh! Homework! Ooh! House chores! Oh, what a fool I had been. Please, please save me from this horrible death of Poseidon. I realized that I was ungrateful student and I acted rudely and disrespectful. And now, to top it off, I've been greedy. Please, sir, just all that thought of broccoli and homework has made me repent. Save me! Suddenly, the black water faded away, and I found myself swimming in clear blue water. I knew where I am, the brook path. I saw gratefully. I silently thanked Poseidon and promised to make him an enormous sacrifice later. I got out and started running down the path. If I was any lucky, I'd make it by the late bell.